I do a lot of product reviews on this page, but honestly, this one like takes the cake. It is one of my absolutely favorite things that we personally used and could not live without for a period of time. So if we haven't met before, hi, I'm Jensine. I'm a certified pediatric sleep consultant. I'm a certified postpartum doula, mom of 3, and I love to review products that I use, love, and want to share with you so you can use them and love them as well. So today we are talking about the Sposie Pad, and I do not have any anymore because my children are older now, but for my oldest son, we used them for maybe about 4 months. And they were a game changer. I did so much less laundry and I woke up so much less because these were just so amazing and did exactly what they were meant to do. So if you've never heard of a Sposie Pad before, or you're looking for a solution to stop your child's middle of the night wake-ups due to being cold, wet, flooded in pee, basically, a Sposie Pad is a diaper pad insert that you put into the diaper. So it is not a replacement diaper. It is not a different type of diaper. It is just kind of like a thin pad that you put inside of your child's diaper. And it really is just, I think on the website it might say like overnight leak insurance, but what it really did was just be that extra layer of absorbency. So when your child peed, it would first have to fill up the Sposie Pad, then fill up the regular diaper. So it was almost like having on a double diaper, but the Sposie Pad is so thin that it doesn't add any extra bulk. When you put it into the diaper and then you like pull their pants up, you can't tell that the Sposie Pad is in there because it's such a thin layer. My son never felt uncomfortable. He never like complained. He never wiggled around trying to figure it out. It just felt like it was naturally part of the diaper. So that was something I loved because I was worried that it was going to be super big and bulky and actually lead to being more uncomfortable than it was helpful. But I did not have that experience at all. He really seemed to not notice it any at all. So that was a huge relief. We didn't have to size up in diapers, anything like that. We just used our same regular diapers, popped it in, and it worked amazingly well. Many of your like early morning wake ups are probably due to diaper leaks. Once your child has been in a diaper for a set amount of time, sounds weird to talk about on a YouTube video, but when your child pees into their diaper, it's warm. But once it's been sitting for a while, it's cold and it's wet and it's not a great feeling. So once your child gets into those 4 to 6 hour AM hours and they've been sitting in the same diaper for a while, it's gonna start to feel uncomfortable. But they also don't have the sleep pressure to get themselves fully back to sleep. So if your child is waking up between 4 and 6 and maybe seeming really restless, like they're trying to get back to sleep, but they're not fully able to get back to sleep, they're super uncomfortable, this Sposie Pad could be the game changer that's actually going to get you through these 4 to 6 AM hours to have them fully sleeping through the night. I have a lot of families that worry about do I not do diaper changes anymore once they sleep train their children? They're worried about overnight diaper changes because they're used to getting them up and feeding them. But if your child is no longer feeding overnight, they're going to be peeing less overnight, so they're not going to fill the diaper up as much. But if your child is still like eating overnight or they're taking in a big amount before they go to bed, the Sposie Pad is going to be super helpful because it's just going to be that extra layer of absorbency and you don't have to worry about waking them or them waking up because they are wet and uncomfortable. This is going to keep them comfortable, keep them a little bit drier until they wake up in the morning and you can change them. So it really just fixes how often you're having to wake them up and your personal feelings around, should I wake them up? Because I know that they have a fuller diaper. They can be more comfortable, sustain longer stretches, and you can feel more comfortable not waking them up to change their diaper. So again, the thing that I loved most about it is that would increase the absorbency of the diaper without having to size up, because that is something that I also tried for my little one and it did not work well. When we did size up, it just made the diaper too big. So I actually found that there were more leaks when it didn't fit along his leg. So some would like leak out of the sides. It would, if he moved around too much, the diaper would come off because it was a little bit bigger and he, wiggle out of the back. or he would just wiggle out of it in general. So just having that extra layer of absorbency without having to size up was huge, because again, the bigger diapers didn't necessarily work. They had the same level of absorbency, but they just didn't fit as well. So they didn't stay on as well as his appropriate sized diapers were. So this, of course, being a channel about a sleep consultant, I always want to relate it back to how it's going to get you more sleep. These Sposie Pads are going to end middle of the night wake ups. They're going to end your early morning wake ups due to being cold and wet. You are not going to have to debate, what do I do with my child in the middle of the night when I see that they are laying in a puddle of pee? Do I wake them up and change them, which is going to make it harder for them to get back to sleep? Do I just let them go knowing that they're probably going to be uncomfortable? It really just eliminates all of that. You no longer have to worry about what do I do in this situation, because that situation is not going to present itself. It's also going to save you a lot of laundry, because I was washing pee sheets every single day and I was just tired of it. We had enough where I could rotate, but I felt like I always had to have the extras available because I didn't know what the night was going to bring and if he was going to pee through 1 or 2 times. So really, if you were looking to have your child sleep a full 10 to 12 hours overnight, if you have heavy bedwetters, if your child is in overnight diapers and they're just not working out, try the Sposie Pads. I have not found any in store personally around my home in Massachusetts, but you can always check to see if you have a local store nearby. I always order them on Amazon, but I believe that Target and Walmart also carry them online as well. So definitely give them a try. Pop in the comments if you have used these before and if you felt like they were a game changer as much as I felt like they were a game changer. And if you have other products that you absolutely love and rave about, let me know, because I'm always looking for more products to use, try, and talk about to share with all of you. So I will see you in my next video.